Okay, Joyce, take it over.
Okay, well, thank you everyone for showing up and being here to support me. I really appreciate it. And I want to start by telling my story. And so I was diagnosed with Graves' disease about 20 years ago. And ever since then, I had it treated, my thyroid killed. I just have never, ever been the same person. I don't have the energy that I used to have. I don't have the vivaciousness for life. I got pretty depressed and was lacking in joy. And I feel like as the years went on, I felt like my light just kind of dimmed year by year, dimmer and dimmer. And I got to the point where I was just so miserable because I wasn't ever sleeping and I really could hardly function. It was all I could do to get up and get through a day, and I struggled with what I had to do in a day. And I remember getting up in the morning one morning and telling Brian, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I can't do life like this. It is so incredibly hard because I feel so horrible every single day. And I thank God now every day for Dr. Powell and his wife Sheila for introducing Protandim to me. And I remember back then when he told me about it, and I said, do you think this will help me? And he said, well, we can't cure, treat, or mitigate any disease, but friend to friend, yes, I believe this will help you. And so I was headed for a presentation and decided to sign up as a distributor. And honestly, I absolutely had no idea what I was getting into, signing up for. I just thought, hey, this is a good idea. It sounded like a good idea. So as this was a few years ago now, and I've been on the product since then, and I have joy. I sleep better. I feel better. I mean, honestly, I feel like I got my life back. And it's taken a while. Wasn't instant for me. It wasn't overnight, but my husband takes the products, and now that our bodies have been activated, we absolutely cannot imagine having life without these in our bodies. So, and then we fast forward now and looking into the business side of it, it's just, I don't know where it will take me, but I want so many people to hear that this is an option out there for them if they choose it, because of so many people not even knowing that there is a product like this available to them. So I look forward to what Lifevantage has in store for me. And then I want to introduce to you Tanya. Is a dear friend and a mentor. I met Tanya through Lifevantage, which is a great perk about Lifevantage is all the people you meet and the friendships you make and the support you get. It's absolutely endless. And Tanya, she is an Elite Pro 7. She's a wife and a mother of 3 girls. She has a background in retail management and network marketing as well. She is a stay at home mom and she desired more out of life for herself and her family. And today she has created a very successful business around her girls' schedule and now does Lifevantage full time. And if I'm not mistaken, she is also has become a realtor.
Yeah. Oh, Joyce, I love you. That was so sweet, your introduction. You didn't have to do that. So nice. Oh, I just love hearing your story again. It's so impactful. Sometimes we kind of forget. So I appreciate you sharing that with everybody. I'm just going to kind of take it over here for Joyce for a little bit, you guys, and just give you an overview of everything that encompasses what Joyce wants to share with you tonight. I just want to thank you for being here for her. It is not an easy thing to invite people to take a look at something that when we can say it's our business, because there can be a stigma to it, right? And sometimes people will have their own perception of what they think it might or might not be. But the fact that all of you showed up anyway, to figure it out for yourself, I commend you for that. And I just thank you again for showing up for Joyce. So I'm going to share my screen. I want you to have a visual as we go along tonight to help you see the big picture of everything that we're talking about tonight. So again, the company that we get to, oh, hold on. We've got one more person coming in here, Joyce, Teresa. So let's make sure Teresa gets set up okay. and then we'll get going. There she is. Okay. I just want to make sure she gets connected, and then we'll get going here. Before I put my screen big, I don't have control over my screen when it's big. I can't do anything. So I just want to make sure she gets connected. Looks like she's working on it. So we'll get going here. We'll keep going. Okay. So the company that we're sharing with you tonight, the company is called Lifevantage, and Lifevantage has been around since 2009. That's when we became a company. And again, my name's Tanya, and I live in just outside of Boise, Idaho. So I have been a part of Lifevantage since 2011. So I got in 2 years after it started, and it was something I guess I was looking for. Like Joyce said, I was a stay-at-home mom at the time. And I'm no stranger to the direct selling model. I've done many of them because I just love this model, because when you find something you love, you get to help people. And if you do it the right way, you're going to help a lot of people, and you're going to have fun while you do it. So I was always looking, especially when I became a stay-at-home mom. I felt like I had almost kind of lost myself, and I was still looking for that one thing that would allow me to grow myself and also bring in extra income to my family. But at the same time, I had a husband that was very sick. He was like a walking time bomb, honestly. He had health struggles all the time. He was dealing with high blood pressure. He had gout, and we felt like we were trying everything to help him, and we just couldn't find anything that would help him change his life. So when this came into my life, my girlfriend shared with me an ABC investigative report with John Quinones. And if you would like to see that, Joyce can send you that link. And in this ABC report, they went in and they did a blood test on John Quinones after being on our flagship product, Protandim, for 2 weeks. After taking that blood test, they found that after 2 weeks, his oxidative stress levels had lowered by nearly 45%. I'll tell you what that means in a little bit. And then they went on to say after 30 days, they couldn't distinguish the blood between an 80-year-old and a 20-year-old. So I immediately thought of my husband. I also thought of my mom, who had been given a bad diagnosis at that time. And I thought, this is something they need to take. So I told my husband about it, and he was like, no, I've exhausted all options. I don't want to try anything else. I'm over it. And so I ordered it behind his back anyway, because I wanted him to try it, because I told him it's plant-based. It can't hurt you. Just try it. And it was the one thing that has completely changed his life. So that is why I am here tonight with you. So I want to let you know that everything we share here tonight, everybody's story is different. This is what the disclosures mean. Everything about Lifevantage, whether it's your product story or a business story, everybody's is different. No one's is the same. It's basically how long people will give it or how long people put it into the business as well. So our environment today and all the things around us, there are many uncontrollables in our environment. And those things are wreaking havoc on our body. They are hijacking our cells, are making our cells unhappy, making our cells unhealthy. And it's leading to a lot of discomfort for a lot of people and a lot of disease that we really want to help people fight, or maybe not even have to deal with. So what that does when we're having these effects of our environment or our food or our technology affecting our bodies, it's dimming our lights. And what we mean when we say dimming our lights is basically that's making us feel like, or giving us a decreased immune system, brain fog, sluggishness. We might have bad mood or lack of motivation. We have increased stress, or maybe even dealing with fatigue. Does anyone know anyone that's dealing with these kind of feelings or emotions, right? I think a lot of us know people that have been dealing with that, maybe even ourselves. So what's happening within our body many times when we're dealing with things like this, among other feelings, is we have high oxidative stress levels, low mitochondria, and low sirtuins. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you exactly what those mean. I had no idea what those meant when I was introduced to this company. So our bodies, many times people think that what we're born with is just the way that it's going to be. If we had sick family members, chances are we're probably just going to be sick as well. But what if you could change that? What if you could positively affect the gene expression in your body and give your body more of a fighting chance by opening up certain pathways? That's what we're doing here. So our flagship product is called Protandim Nrf2, Protandim Nrf2. It was designed by Dr. Joe McCord, and he discovered that our body has enzymes that can produce antioxidants. And our body has this natural defense mechanism that allows our body to produce antioxidants to maintain the health of the cell. But because of aging, our body's ability to produce those antioxidants, it slows down over time. So Dr. McCord wanted to open up that pathway in our body called Nrf2. That's a pathway in our body. And by positively affecting and opening that pathway, we could flip a switch and we could activate those enzymes that produce antioxidants. So when Joyce talked about being activated, that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about supplementing your body with more. We're talking about activating properties that your body already has within it and getting them to work the way they're supposed to. And when you do that, amazing things can happen from that. So Protandim Nrf2 is a blend of 5 plants. And when Dr. McCord put those 5 together, it took him 2 years. He found that blend, that synergy, then in a clinical study was proven to reduce oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. Now, I did not know what oxidative stress was when I said yes to this or when I looked at the ABC report. I had to find out what that was. And oxidative stress in the body, high levels of it are bad. We need some oxidative stress in our body, but when we have high levels of it, that leads to over 200 different disease states. So what I was told to do was to go to a site called PubMed, P-U-B-M-E-D. It's short for public medicine. It's where all doctors and researchers go for their information. I was told type in oxidative stress in the search bar and then anything I can think of in my family history. So of course, I typed in things that my husband was dealing with. And then I thought of different disease states, ailments that people in my family history were dealing with. I put in things like Alzheimer's, heart attacks, strokes. Every time I did it, there was a link between that disease state and oxidative stress. I was taking a multivitamin. I didn't research it. I really can't say I felt anything from it. I just thought it would be a healthy thing to do. But when I saw that this one pill would reduce something that was linked to everything in my family history, I thought, why would I not take this the rest of my life? It doesn't mean it's going to be a miracle pill and that I may not get something, but if it helps me fight one of the effects of those and lowers oxidative stress, I wanted it in my body. And I've been doing that ever since 2011, every single day. Now, after the ABC report aired, there were doctors and researchers and universities from all over the country that said, if your product lowers oxidative stress, like you say, we want to study it with other disease states. And one of the studies that came from that was done by Washington State University. And that study states that Nrf2, the pathway that is opened when you take Protandim, is likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. Nrf2 may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. I don't know about you again, but all I know is to have something in my body every single day that may become the most extraordinary breakthrough in the history of health. I want that in my body. I don't ever want to stop taking it. So here's what happens as we age. Antioxidant production in our body goes down. But by taking Protandim Nrf2, you're sustaining that antioxidant production in your body, and you're giving your body that antioxidant protection. So this is a site called PubMed. One thing that's really important here that I really want you to know is Protandim Nrf2 being a plant-based product. It is a product that is on PubMed and has over 28 peer-reviewed studies. Now, that is not typical of a plant-based product. Typically, you're going to find studies on the ingredients, but not on the product as a whole. And these are some of the organizations and universities that have studied Protandim Nrf2. Now, when I got into Lifevantage in 2011 and I typed in oxidative stress, there were about 80,000 studies done on oxidative stress at that time. Today, it's off the charts. I think there's over 300,000 studies on it. And the same is happening with Nrf2. Doctors, universities, researchers are studying that pathway and that transcription factor in the body just to see how therapeutic and what it can do for the body. So the science of what we have just keeps getting better. And that's something that's really worth noting and something important for you to know. So another theory of aging, another thing that affects us as we age is our mitochondria production. Mitochondria is energy in your cell. We want our cells to have energy so that they can function well. Our body's natural defense, again, is to constantly fix and remove the damaged mitochondria and then produce new mitochondria. But again, because of aging, our body's production of that, it slows down over time. So we created another Protandim product that opens a different pathway in the body, flipping the switch on what's called the Nrf1 pathway. And when we do that, now we're increasing the production of the Nrf1 genes, the mitochondrial genes, to give your cell energy by nearly 70%. And when you do that, now you're upping the energy of the cell. And when your cells have energy, they're able to do more. They're able to take better care of themselves. And some of the side effects from that, when people take this, people feel like they have more clarity. They just think it's like they can think more clearly. They have more energy. There's just really beautiful things that have come from that mitochondria. And another really thing too, a big thing to note is low mitochondria in the body also has a very big link to many neurological things. So it is important that we give our body the ability to continue to produce that mitochondria. Okay, and the last one is Sirtuin Decline. Sirtuins, easily said, are like garbage men. People will do intermittent fasting, and when they intermittent fast, they're resting their body and they're giving their cells the ability to kind of cleanse and clean out. That is what sirtuins are doing. You're basically giving your body the ability to up your sirtuin activity so the garbage men can go to work when you do intermittent fasting. Now, sirtuins can only exist because of something called NAD. You have to look up NAD. It will blow your mind. It's just like it says, capital N, capital A, capital D. Time magazine said NAD may be the closest thing to the fountain of youth. There are people that will go to the doctor and they will pay for infusions of NAD. They will pay hundreds of dollars to get it. Now, what we did is we took Protandim and we created Protandim NAD. And what that's doing is giving your body the ability to produce more of the garbage men, more of their sirtuins, so that it can clean and make the cells healthy. You know what I mean, right? Protandim NAD increases that sirtuin activity by 100% in 24 hours. That is a really, really big deal because there's so many positive benefits that come from that. And I love this visual it gives you. You can see the rusting goes away. The wheels are spinning more clearly, more freely. So what we're thinking of here, if you have the image of your cells are going to move more freely. And we're basically flipping all three of those pathways. And by doing that, we're bringing back the functionality of your cell. We're giving that functional health to your cells so that they can be happier, they can be cleaner, and they can function and do what they're supposed to do. All three of these together are called Protandim Trisynergizer. It can be sold as a stack. You can get all three together. Now on this chart, you can see in the bottom in the gray, that is what each product does individually. Phenomenal. But when you take all three together, there's this beautiful blended synergistic effect that takes place. And one of the big things that you see is the Nrf2 gene, the healthy inflammatory response, is switched on and upregulated by over 800%. I don't know about you, but I really want to have my healthy inflammatory response working in my body. It's phenomenal what happens when they blend together and they're working together like that. Oh, give me one sec, guys. I'm going to let someone else in here. Okay, sorry. Letting Jenny in. Perfect. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, so we see the synergistic effect of the 3 for Tri-Synergizer. And then here's some of the positive effects that happen when you flip all 3 of those switches in the body. You support a positive mood and motivation, supports healthy longevity, improves mental focus and concentration, boosts mental and physical energy, supports healthy inflammatory response, and supports healthy vascular system. Now, I said this earlier tonight, and I'm going to say it again. I have to tell you guys that it's easy to see. Let me see here. Give me one second. I'm going to just make sure everybody's muted. Bear with me, everybody. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Okay. So this is a Tri-Synergizer. You can get it in bottles or in packets. But I wanted to say real quickly, some of the positive side effects you saw on this last slide, right? When the positive mood and better motivation, things like that. When I saw in my husband, sometimes it's easier to see in other people than it is in yourself, how products are positively affecting someone. And my husband and who he was before these products, and then who he is today, he has gone through some of the toughest times in his life as we've been a part of this company. And I believe with all my heart that had it not been for these products, I don't know how he would have gotten through those times in his life. And one of the big things that happened for us, you guys, was I was cleaning out a filing cabinet. And in this filing cabinet, and this was like 3 years after being a part of this company and taking these products, and I saw all these insurance explanation of benefits, and they were all for my husband, and there were a lot of them. And then after we started being a part of Lifevantage, which was 2011, all of a sudden, those forms and those documents from doctors just kind of started going away. Like there were hardly any. And I told my husband, I'm like, look at this. I'm like, you were at the doctor all the time. And I had forgotten how often he was there. And then for him to be able to go through like rock bottom in his life, but stay healthy while he did it, I just know that it's because of these products. You can take the Tri-Synergizer and it costs you less than $5 a day. That's how amazing it is. For me with these products, I don't have a huge health story, but I want to be proactive with my health. I want to be around for a very long time. The science continues to get better, so I'll never stop taking them. But I believe for me too, these products have made me a better person. My husband says so. They've made me more patient. They've made me more tolerant. I have less anxiety, and I just handle life better. And I'm just so grateful for it. So these next 2 slides real quick summarize the rest of the products that we have. And what I love about this company is we truly are all about like the functional health of our body, from our hair to our cells. It just is a great way to look at all of this. So we've got a whey protein shake. It just tastes yummy. We have a physique prebiotic and a probiotic. Here we're talking all about gut health. Your gut is connected right to the brain, and it's very important you take care of it. That prebiotic, you can see it's a tub. It comes with a little scoop. It's a super yummy flavor. And for me, I love this in the afternoon because I'm not only helping my gut, but it helps curb my appetite as well. Then we have Protandim for dogs. That was developed, you guys, because people were giving Protandim to their dogs. People will pay more for their pets than they will for themselves. And when you give something to a dog, he can't tell you what's actually happening to him. So it's not placebo. You actually see for your eyes what's happening. And there were amazing stories that came from that. So they then developed Pet Tandem. It's a little nickel-sized chicken bacon flavor for dogs. And people also give Protandim to horses, to dairy cows, to all kinds of animals. Really, really amazing when you can lower oxidative stress in all mammals. And then omegas, I'm on an omega kick right now. I have to tell you, my sister was in a car accident. She hit a cow. And I was talking to a doctor because she's having constant headaches. I want to help her. And he said the thing that's big here is that when she went forward, her brain hit her skull. And so that's causing the headaches, and we need to heal her brain. And he said she needs to double up and take a lot of omegas. And I love our omega. It's sourced very clean from really pure fish in beautiful waters. It's not a fishy aftertaste. You can even chew it, and it has a lemon lime flavor. We all need our omegas. Omegas are like, someone coined it as like lotion for the cell. It's really important that you have those. And then Axio in the lower right, the best. Kids love this too. There's decaf and caffeinated. And this is for brain health also. It's going to help you pay attention. It's going to give you focus. It's going to put you in a good mood. It's going to lift the brain fog. It's going to help you get stuff done. My friend calls it his voodoo juice because he feels like when he drinks it, he just goes and gets done what he needs to get done. And it tastes delicious. And then we have daily wellness. I cannot talk enough about daily wellness. When the world turned upside down in 2020, what were we told to take? Elderberry, vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc. It's all in this. And then we also added a fermented yeast. Fermented foods are a big thing, right? Those 5 together, I am telling you, this stuff is magic. It's magic. What I have seen it do for my kids, like when they're on the cusp of getting sick, and then I give them this, or I used to deal with seasonal allergies. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I feel like it's almost too good to be true, but I don't have them anymore. Like I love that stuff. You need it in your life. It's so good. And it's, again, a scoop you put in water, and really, really yummy flavor. And then the probiotic, like I said, and you saw the Protandim products. And then we have our hair care, skin care, body care, and our IC Bright. And just a disclosure, you guys need to make sure that if you're interested in anything, Joyce will be following up with you after the Zoom. Everything you see except the Protandim products are 20% off until midnight tonight, midnight Mountain Time. So 11 p.m. your time, 20% off you can save. So, so good. It's just, it doesn't happen a lot. So just remember that. She can also show you before and afters. We all know that Joyce knows all about hair care. Before and afters that have come from that are phenomenal. This stuff has completely changed the health, the look, the feel, the texture, the brightness, everything in my hair. It's been a game changer. And then the True Science skincare line, same thing. That number 4 you see on the far right, the anti-aging cream, it says, that was a second product our company produced. And that for us and our family is like Neosporin. We use it on everything. It's just, I love these products. And then the body line, real quick, you guys, some of those products have CBD in them. And just before this came out, I was on a quest to find something for my skin that would actually hydrate it, but not feel heavy and not feel greasy. And I finally found it. I'm telling you, the body wash smells like sunshine. You walk out of the shower and your skin does not feel dehydrated. It feels hydrated. It's just, it's all so, so, so good. If you have really, really dry skin, I highly recommend trying it. So all those products, look at all of them. They're phenomenal. And then the IC Bright was created for eye health. It's helped people in really, really phenomenal ways. And eye health is a really big deal that people need to pay attention to. So let Joyce know if you're interested in any of those, and she can get you more information or customize a cart for you as well. And then just to wrap this up real quickly, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the business part of this. And I know sometimes this is where people can be like, oh, here we go. But I get it. But here's the thing. I don't know your story, right? I know that you're here tonight to support Joyce, but I also know when this was introduced to me, I was very open about my husband's health, my mom's health, but I was not very open about my financials. But I was praying. I was sure enough, I was praying every night that I could find something that would allow me to bring in extra income to my family. And like I said, I had tried 7 other companies trying to figure it out. But every time it was either fear that got the best of me, or I didn't find a product that I believed enough in, or I didn't have enough support, or I didn't know what to look for. And Lifevantage has been around for 13 years now. So the company is stable. The company is debt free. The company is publicly traded. So what we say is what is real. We have to cross our T's and dot our I's. We even have Erin Brockovich on our board of directors. She came to our company to be a part of it. The other really big thing here is when you're looking for a business opportunity, you want something that's trending, right? And health and wellness and anti-aging, it's never going to go out of style. We represent categories in this world that will never go away. And every category we represent individually are billion-dollar categories. And we are in a space, again, like I said, of that functional health from head to toe. And much of our science is so far ahead of the curve that it will take other companies a very, very long time to catch up to that. Used to be cosmetics were the big way to go with business opportunities. Today, wellness continues to be on the rise. The other big thing with this too is everybody, a lot of people nowadays are looking for e-commerce possibility. They're looking for something that's a laptop lifestyle where they can maybe do it while they travel or do it from home. And this is something you can do that from. Tonight, we're doing this through a laptop, right? You're watching through Zoom, some on your own computer, some through your phone. We also have an app that people could do business from their app as well. It just provides you a really mobile business that you can do from anywhere in the world. And that's amazing as well. And then here's some of the money that you can make, right? If you apply yourself like to anything, the one thing I didn't want when I looked for a business opportunity was I didn't want a ceiling. I didn't want somebody telling me what I could or couldn't make. I didn't want someone telling me when I could or could not take time off or have sick leave or what I was worth. I wanted to determine it for myself. And I also, when you're working a job, many times, if you're not at the job, you're not getting paid. That is just, it's a fixed income, right? But with this, you can create a passive income. Passive income means you're building a network of people that are using a product. And while they're using that product on a monthly basis, that creates a passive income for you. And the beautiful thing with this, though, is while we create networks of people using the products, we're creating teams at the same time. Joyce, at any moment, could pass me up in Lifevantage. Any moment. And we want that. There is no ceiling on Joyce's on what she can make, on who she can become. It's all up to Joyce and what she wants to put into it. And the same goes for any of us that decide to do this as a business. What you make of it, what you earn is completely on you. And you have a ton of support in the meantime while you do it. So one of the big incomes in here is a Pro 3 income. And on average, people make an additional $600 every single month. When I got into this company in 2011, a week later, my husband got laid off. And then 6 months later, we had to move to Idaho. We were in Colorado previously. And I was making about an additional $400 to $500 a month after when we moved. And that additional income was everything. It filled the gap for the decrease in pay that my husband was taking because of the move. It was a saving grace for us. So that additional $600 a month for someone could be a huge impact in someone's life. And then we have the Premier Pro 5. That's on average about $3,100 a month. And that's the kind of income that for us, when my husband started to go through this really hard time in life and I couldn't show up to work, but I wanted to just support my family, I was able to do it. And I didn't have to ask for anyone's permission because I had this kind of a passive income that was showing up every single month while other people continued to share. I was able to step away and take care of my family. That's what it can do for you. And that is peace of mind. And then we have our elite ranks where now you're making 5 figures a month and you have the ability to get paid on all new sales that come into the company on a monthly basis. And we're in about 25 countries right now globally. We have so much more growth to do. We are such a baby apple. So if someone wants to look at this as a business opportunity, there are 2 starting packs, the Premier Pack and the Elite Pack. Both of those packs have that start kit with the marketing tools for you. These are all a one-time purchase. You don't have to do it again once you do it. The Premier Pack is $2.99 and the Elite Pack is $9.99. You get about 90% in product with your packs. And these packs can be purchased too, even if someone wants to be a customer. They're the biggest discount that we have, and it's a great way to try some of the products as well. But when you purchase these, you get your own e-commerce site, you get the app, you get us, you get a system that goes to work for you. With the Elite Pack, you get a year's worth of training for free as well, and a ticket to our next big event. So there's so many perks that come with these. And can I do this? Can you do this? I'm telling you, tonight, Joyce was able to just utilize our simple system. She invited you to this Zoom, and then she used a tool, and that tool is this PowerPoint. That tool can be the ABC Investigative Report if you want to see that. And then the third T is team, and that's me, right? And that's her upline, Sheila, who's on here as well. Joyce got to utilize the skill sets of other people so that we could share our stories, give you that third-party validation, and just go to work on Joyce's behalf while she continues to learn. So while you're learning, you can also earn, and then you get to discover who you are supposed to be as well and gain your confidence so that at some point Joyce can be doing this for her team members as well. So anyone can do this, because you not only just get products with it, you get a community of support that's here to help you in any way that you want to control this. You can do this part-time and you could do it full-time. It's completely what people want to do and what they want to make of it, but we are here for you along the way. So where do you go from here? Like I said, Joyce sees everybody that came on here and was so kind to support her tonight. She's going to be following up with you. And the worst thing you can do is to not get back to her. So when she follows up with you, even if you're a hard no, and you think this girl Tanya is crazy and you didn't understand a word that she said, let her know that. Because if we know it's a no, then we know where you stand. We're going to love you where you're at, but at least we know that you don't want us to continue to follow up with you, right? Or maybe you just need some more information before you make your decision. If that's the case, that is awesome. Joyce knows how to get you more information. She's got a beautiful website she can share with you where you can go and you could look up anything maybe that you're dealing with in your health, whether it's gut health, energy, immune health. And you can click on certain categories and then you can see what products we recommend for that area of your health. And she can also just customize them, put them in a cart, send you a cart. The products are already in it and all you have to do is check out. Very, very simple system. Or if the products sound great and so does the business, and you would love to work with Joyce, she is ready to build a team. We are ready to help her build that team. And you guys, we just need more people talking about this. We don't have enough people sharing the good word of Lifevantage and Protandim and our functional products that help people from their hair to their inside of their body. We need more people talking about it because this is a mission that we have. And we are still such a baby apple. So the timing of an opportunity like this, when people are talking about health, they're talking about biohacking, they're talking about cellular health, we are about to be on the cusp of just taking off. We want to be a billion-dollar company. So to only be at about 220 million a year right now, that's opportunity. I'm telling you. So even if the timing's not for you right now, don't forget where you heard about Lifevantage and that Joyce was the first one to tell you. Okay. So I'm going to stop my share. And I'm going to bring it back to Joyce real quick. And Joyce, you can wrap it up. You have some amazing people on here supporting you. It's so beautiful.
It is. I just thank all of you. I love you all so much. You guys are all great friends of mine. And to be here in support of me means the world to me. And wherever you're at in all of this, I just appreciate you so much. And I appreciate you, Tanya and Sheila, for helping me, putting up with me, and I just can't say enough of how much I love you all. So thanks again for being here. And thank you, Tanya, for such a great explanation and the way you put it out there. Your heart and soul and authenticity is just awesome. So
Thanks,
thank you.
Joyce. All right. Thank you, everybody. And if you're watching this back, remember, Joyce is going to follow up with you and you just let her know what she can do to lead you to the right decision. So Susan, Jenny, Teresa, Deanne, we appreciate you guys being on tonight. Or if you were watching this back, thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye, everybody.